Nobody knows what's happening. Ladies and gentlemen, as Joe reads the news, there's a bottle with news in it. Hold on one second. I had this from last time. We have to first of all play some music. Yeah, I think today's last. Oh, that was pretty good. Wow, wow, wow. What about lo-fi? I found out how to do it. I did this thing called an overlay in Restream. Look at this. It's me reading the news. Where are the cameras? I read the news every week. If you are embarrassed by this format or are confused, you're in the right place. That's what we peddle around here. This week's broadcast is brought to you by Urban Remedy Organic Energy Coffee Fruit Shot, 100 milligrams caffeine, cold pressed coffee. If you saw my post about Joe Reads the News, you would have seen that we are completely regenerative farming, grass-fed, all organic. We're cold pressed, never any growth hormones. Plant and animal based, and powered by Urban Remedy. Urban Remedy rotates its coffee cows. So everybody knows that coffee comes from cows. Goodness gracious. Sure as hell doesn't taste like the the normal stuff that I drink, like a good cappuccino. It's got a bunch of mushrooms and coconut water in it. Gracious me. Oh, mama. It's got a lot of bunch of silt at the bottom that I haven't consumed yet. Do you see it? Yeah. Well, we did it again. I did another week. Let me think back on my week. I worked out mainly because I was doing a bunch of video for the brand Report Factory that I do. And as I was doing it, like some of it is me sitting down. And let's just say that I'm not in college baseball form. So it is now up to me to get back into form. Anyway, enough about me. I worked out. What else? I read a bunch of news. I read a bunch of disgusting, awful news that I'm not going to repeat here. Because the news is an exasperation engine. We do the opposite here. We read everybody's posts. We treat them like human beings. What else can I consume in here? I don't know. I'm going to text Mady and ask her to get me a jasmine or oolong tea into which I can dump the contents of this, or from which I can repopulate all the silt down at the bottom of this thing. Yeah, take that, viewing public. Can you procure a jasmine tea? Oolong. So there are these new teas that I'm trying out. I like the brand because it's by 3 Trees, and they do almond milk. And I can't usually do any, I don't do dairy because it makes my stomach swell out like a bowling ball. I'm convinced that when I was playing baseball and doing landscape my whole life in Southwest Florida, my mom was very careful when she was spraying Roundup. She had to spray Roundup, or she didn't have to, but she chose to spray Roundup on our job sites. Merci. You could say that it's jasmine, or you could say that it's jasmine. Either way, I got it. Sorry for the loud bonk there. So my mom would spray Roundup, and she always made sure that we were not in the area. She was a good mommer when she was spraying. But I'm convinced that just because that stuff was around, like when I was playing baseball and such, I might have had some exposure to that nastiness. And I'm either bad on dairy and I can't really do wheat. So it's either because I had a chemical exposure or just because I'm genetically weak. I like to think that it was a large corporation who blew it for me. Way easier to understand it that way. Jasmine's okay. See, it's 3 trees. I had to put it in front of my face so that it focuses on it. The camera knows to focus on me. Maybe it's my eyes. It's milk tea. I'm probably just a weak human being and I should be shunned by society. But that's just me. We already played our music. We did our intros. The other thing we did all week was that I played with AI. I did Report Factory. We shot a bunch of video. We're going to release Report Factory into the wild here soon. It's going to be a cool format. The main thing it solves across all channels, and you can just understand it this way. And if you know how to solve this problem, you don't even need me. But if you do not know how to solve this problem, then you do. And it's that I do reporting, corporate reporting, and there's one problem that is way more a problem than all other problems put together, combined. And that is the problem. So you would think that it's a problem with technology, with learning competency. Do you have enough smart people? Do you have enough people who are going to be willing to learn the Power BI and the whatever else? All the tools, Snowflake, Microsoft Fabric, Databricks, Synapse. What are all the other data products? I'm blanking on them. But those are the ones I work with. Anyhow, Tableau. Well, that's not the problem. The main problem is actually something as easy as you can possibly make it. The main problem is that no matter what you do to solve your reporting problem, usually when the people who solved it leave, it goes to zero. It's very, very seldom that the place survives the loss of its key people. And such comments can be heard in that case as we had, that was Dale. Dale knew how to do that. Now he's gone. And we're here to pick up the pieces. We miss you, Dale. And then they'll call Dale on his off hours and be like, hey, how did that work? And Dale's like, why don't you guys get over it? You can't call me forever. All right, so there is a way to fix this. How about Jenny? Jenny used to know how to do everything. Or Jasmine used to know how to do everything. But it's really the same thing in every department. It's just that it creeps up on you in every incarnation. So in reporting, it's so. And Report Factory solves it. We solve it. We cover the issue. You know everything by the time we're done talking to you. Talking at you for, 2-3 days, 2 hours a day. Report Factory Masterclass. Report Factory Workshop, where it's like 2 solid days. We do a la carte workshops when for the area I'm in, D365 F and O. We do this thing called Conduit BI, which is like templated everything. Templated reports, templated plumbing, templated data model. It's all the stuff that I actually get asked for. So I could go out and build the fanciest fancy thing out there. But what about the things that I'm actually asked for? That's what I built. The things that actually see like production and go time. Actually see whatever. So that's what I built. So I did that this week. I played with AI. We're looking at systems that can, like AI systems that can help augment or replace people in the reporting department. We're doing that. Steve Mordew might beat us to the punch. He might beat the whole market to the punch because he's now the boss of all the AI agents. He's giving it a whirl. He's going to see if he can conquer the whole market. I'm growing taller. I'm going to outgrow Joe Reads the News. It's still sinking. What are you thinking? Let's go directly to the newsio. The only thing you guys care about in life is really the news. I mean, like, who wanted to listen to me for the past X amount of minutes? Nobody. In fact, just this moment, everybody's thinking, I wonder if he could just skip ahead. Skip a bit, brother. I don't know what screen it is. Leave me alone. Look at all the clickbait. Now, again, I'm just gonna say sports, stocks, culture, like it's Diddy, and then this is a fear of death. It doesn't matter who's falling. This guy, I'm very sad about this. Someone actually did pass away, but it's like fear of death. It doesn't like if somebody dies, it's like the news is like, hey, at any point, even right now, it could happen. Like, oh, thanks, news. And then this is lending if you need to borrow money. More Diddy. Tennessee set to execute only woman on state's death row. Krista Gale Pike, the first woman to put to death, blah, blah, blah. We don't read it. So, and then this is, again, it's death row. This is justice, right? Or compassion, justice and mercy, compassion. So it's like in all cases, it's trying to get you to get something that says, oh, I'm concerned, and I'll click. And out of all these, if you click on one of them and not the other, if you're always clicking on this Diddy case, then when you go to the social media, this is all hosted, I believe. I don't know which browser hosts this. It looks like Google. So then Google has data on you on what you're interested in. Capiche? That's why we don't do it. I think we're going to have Bobby Small on next week. Big announcement. A JRN announcement. JR lowercase t announcement. N announcement. Murray Fife's absolute streak of being the very top of my feed has completely ended. There have been like 2 or 3 weeks now where Murray has not even shown he's not even reared his head. To be fair, when I come in, like a lot of times if I look at LinkedIn, it will have already shown him. and so in order to crack the algorithm, you have to, I think Murray's going to have to find a way to like show up serially. Yeah, good luck, boyo. We visited Murray Fife there in Georgia. It was the best thing I ever did with my human life. He lives in an enchanted forest. But enough. We have to move on. We have to forge ahead because we have to announce this week's Algorithm Award. There are so many announcements. MS Dynamics World on. I gotta call. That's it. I'm out of here. I'm bringing this over, and I'm going to respond right now. Can I still buy this? I keep forgetting, and I read the news live. I read a call. I see MSDW while reading the news live. Thanks. Tanks. Hey, have you ever sent a letter and then you sign off Fnax? Sometimes I'll send a good Fnax out instead of thanks. And then the best one though is Tansk. Oh my gosh, every letter's out of place. But Sam Bush likes the fact that MSDW, who has exactly 6,000 followers, exact on the dot. Have you ever seen such a round number? Nobody follow or unfollow, it will change the number. Don't do it. Don't do it. On-demand webinar training that works. They're going to do a short session. You'll see Elefidem, MCT MVP, why the program was created, green check mark, and who it's for, what makes this training difficult and actually useful, how to get started in just a few clicks, real-world examples. So everybody should be on this. She does all the training. She's the person you ought to follow. ER in all the how-tos and the wherefores and the why-hows and the who-hows. If you had time enough, world enough and time, then between Murray, Fife, and Elif, you'd just be the best ever. I'm going to like this. Way to go. We got Sam Bushed with MSDW stuff at Elif. Everyone go sign up for Elif's webinar and IBI. Like Algorithm Award awarded. Plus, you won the weekly Algorithm Award. And in order to award this award, you have to be able to spell rhythm. I like my own jokes. I put the Joe in jokes. I just thought of that. A joke never before used. Plus, you won the weekly Algorithm Award for the news. So way to go, guys. And then everyone sign up for MSDW. They have things you can sign up for and get your name out there in the market. I have to maintain that, and I have to do blog posts for and Anya Chechersky's. But enough. We have to read Madeline Machado's, founder at SkillScript, former tech recruiter, Microsoft Meta partnership with Relay. She made $23,709. I wonder where the 9 came from. Was it a multiple of pennies? Was it tax? Was it lack of tax? Lax? That was just 1 month after getting laid off from my dream job, not from one client, not from one brand deal, from 6 different income streams that I finally got organized. Sign up here. Verse Recruiting, brand deals, digital downloads, affiliate links, TikTok shop, and creator fund, and negative 1847 from my startup SkillScript. Okay. Doing well. Now I use Relay to separate income streams. We have comments, by the way. I'm going to share it. Wait. I know how to do this. Chat. All right, wait. Look. Do you see it? Wait, we have a chat Relay. Oh, wait. Yeah, here it is. Some random LinkedIn user. I don't even know. It says bad jokes. This is definitely Alper. Only Alpy could render such comments. Murray says the 9 came from all of them. That's pretty good. And then Alpy says bad jokes, and then he's saying horrible. Oh, you're just jealous, Alper. You're just jealous that I have better jokes than you do. I think it's just jealousy. It's rampant jealousy Alpy has. Alper, the best human. Out of all of them, well, we're not going to engage much. This actually looks interesting to me, and I just want to highlight something. If you're an individual, go get 6 different income streams. Go crazy. It's a flat, level playing field. Go get marketing. Go get presence. Go talk to an audience. Just go get it. I'm behind you all the way. And so is Alper. No one's farther behind you than Alper. Way back there. All right. So Ryan Carolyn says, when your CEO asks, are we still on track for ERP Go Live? Eyeballs emojis. And you hesitate for half a second. They already know the answer. That's the exact moment most CIOs and VPs of IT realize they don't need more D365 status meetings or promises. They need someone who can actually fix the F&O fire, and right away. That's when an independent contractor is worth their weight in gold. Ryan Carolyn has a roster of senior contractors. Go get it, contractors. Everybody's ready to start next week. Like, the reality of agentic AI in 2025, says Andreas Horn, head of AI ops at IBM. Oh, yeah, he has like 1 billion followers. Have you seen this guy? We also have to go click on MSDW because we forgot to. 212,180. Well, we found one of these guys I had connected with, and it made me angry last week. He's like, hey, I'll give you free stuff if you connect with me. And then he goes, oh, and if you do not connect, I will not give you free stuff. I'm serious about this. Oh, look at this. So this is another comment coming in. Anyway, I was in to finish a thought. I was in the middle of being angry that that people were just basically bribing other people for for followers. And by the word follower, I mean, like, so Alper says, I will be jealous when the news gets you an MVP. Smiley face emoji. He goes, I will nominate you though, bro love. That's because Alper and I have a bromance going. Alper is the first person who told me about who used. I had never heard that phrase before, but Alper's up on the lingo, and he said that once, and it made me laugh. That was back in 2012, 2011 and 12. But you guys didn't come here for that. You came here to read. So I'm going to pump up the volume on the text to make sure it's easy to read. The reality of agentic AI in 2025. Andreas Horn is going to tell us about the reality. Most people are using it to brag, debate, or pitch slides. Only a few are really focused on generating value. That's very true. I think even Alper would agree to that. Truth is, most AI agents, so-called, right now are still just basic assistants or workflows dressed up with a new label. Agree. I agree to that. But that gap is where the real opportunity lies. Agree. I write one of the fastest growing newsletters. I agree with everything he just said. That is very, 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 very rare. Very seldom. And then, hold on 1 second. I think Murray just said something we have to read. Murray says, I don't bribe people for followers. I beg. Oh my gosh. This is so true. He does beg. There's a lot of begging. You know how Murray has the most shameless begging, the most shameless. First of all, here's how bad it is. He does he does all of this work on custom, like entirely custom, like themed brand, like cohesiveness. It works like he has his own workbench, and churns out the best content in the whole market, in my opinion. And I think that's just blatant, awful begging. Oh yeah, sure. Look how good all my work is. This beggar. Beggar. Murray, do you agree with the agentic AI read of 212,000 some odd follower Andreas Horn? Maybe he just gained followers while we were waiting and listening. 212, 180. Did I like this thing? Like, you want to go deeper on AI agents and understand what really works? Check out the fastest growing newsletters. Human in the Loop. Like, I was going to write something like, I rarely agree with stuff, or something along those lines, but I think it's silly when someone bestows their good opinion on something and like makes a big deal out of it. Like, I don't usually comment on LinkedIn posts, but when I do, I don't know. Look, I'm not discouraging anything. Kylie Lazard, she's encouraging. She says video is winning on LinkedIn. Live video. Last quarter, 4 out of 5 of our top performing campaigns were video forward. That's not a coincidence. It's a shift. Pick your static something, replace it with 15 seconds of video and go for it. She's occurred every week, by the way, on Joe Reads the News on JRN. So LinkedIn ads work, evidently. That's retargeting. It looks like I read her post, so they're going to retarget me. If you drink enough caffeine, can it make you drunk? Listen, I've got to do a close up for the audience. Using too much caffeine in your life. This is a public service announcement. I don't think people usually overdo it on caffeine. I think they work up to like way too much caffeine use. But I was thinking if you'd had too much caffeine, you'd get tired. It's like a crash. You burn out on caffeine. We need better things to keep us awake. I just get bored and I eat food. It's the Body by Dynamics plan. So you get bored enough, you eat food, like snacks. Look at these. These are gluten-free Mediterranean breadsticks. Nothing like actual Mediterranean breadsticks, except for the fact that they have sesame on them and they're called that. They actually are pretty tasty if you can't have any gluten. If you are dedicated in your life to freeing the glutens. Do that. I've got some macadamia nuts here. Look at how organic they are. Organic, free range. Never any pesticides. I'm not sharing my screen any longer. We went in for a close up, and then I just got sidetracked by snacks. Snacks. Yours truly, snacks. Josepe. Laura Quinn, President, PJ Quinn Pharma Market Research. I'm excited that today my latest article has just been published in the fall issue of Krika Views, QRCA. This piece focuses on conducting research with seriously ill patients, a type of work I consider both an honor and a responsibility. Striking the balance between delivering meaningful insights for clients and ensuring sensitivity to the needs of the people I interview is something I take very seriously. I agree. I feel fortunate to do this work and hope that the reflections shared in the article are helpful, whether you also conduct this kind of research or commission it for your business. Link to the online version can be found below if you don't want to wait for the hard copy. Well done, LQ. I think she is a University of Dallas person where I went to graduate school. Azle, Texas. She knows John Kay. I bet she's UD. UD. Vice Chair, Executive Committee, Board of Trustees, and Chair, Marketing and Communications Committee, University of Dallas, 6 years and 5 months. Synovate. Senior Vice President, Healthcare. You know, professional. Where are we? I've lost my way, but not to be deterred. Murray Fife, some random LinkedIn user, says, I am the agent in Agentic AI because I do all the hard work to wrangle the AI agents myself. I'm too lazy to create agentic workflows, and nothing says you like my begging style like a Patreon subscription. Murray Fife Patreon. Join the guild. We're going to go, I've hit this so many times. We now have to become a $2,500 become canon. Look at all the Patreon levels. This is well begged, sir. That's all I can say. Look at the absolute market he created here. Do you realize every part of this, it's generated by AI. This is the new brand journey thing. Do you know this? Like all of the new brand journey stuff is going to be this way. An individual can create a little, like a world. And it used to be that you'd have to be like Peter Jackson or J.R.R. Tolkien or C.S. Lewis. I did not intend to make a dog noise saying J.R.R. Tolkien's name. And I do not cast aspersions nor deprecate the good author. I am sorry. I apologize to everyone. But look at one individual, not just two individuals, but one individual could create an entire world for brand journey. You know what I mean? A customer journey. And this is where we trade there in Dungeons and Dynamics. That's cool. Begin your journey. Patron. Join for free. All right, so I have to sign into this, and I don't. So the case of the collapsing courtyard is locked. Case of the vanishing satchels. And so you have to buy this stuff, and then you pay him money. So you have to go do this. Hello. It's so easy. Just do this and then join Elif's thing. But the Patreon thing is you give me $5 a month. Who doesn't have $5 a month? Let's go. Get it together. If you only had $5 a month, you should give it to Murray Fife. Sal Pietro, founder, CEO, ATM Universal Processors. Helper sent me a text with Jean-Luc Picard burying his head in his hands. I agree. Look, I agree. I wouldn't be the ATM CEO without this wonderful woman, Stephanie Salpietro, by my side. I appreciate all that you've done to make NAC 2025 a success. ATM Nation, ATM Industry, ATMIA, ATMIA, ATM Up, ATM CEO. What about ATM Spouse? I think, Sal, you're missing a hashtag. How about hashtag ATM Spouseo? I fixed the hashtags as the most important element was missing. I hope nobody reads that as spouse IO, like it's a tech thing. I'm in the tech industry, so I see that all the time. Everything is .io. I don't know, IO. AIOOIO. Well, if you're still watching, well, bless you and bless America. I can tell you how many people are watching. Precisely like 2. Hold on one second. Yeah, of course, join. Let's see how many people are watching. $5 to Murray or more overpriced coffee. Exactly, Mark Zur. And then who's Stephanie? Maybe his sister or daughter. That's a good point. But the way he said it was like it's probably spouse-spousio. Spouse-spouse-io. Without this wonderful woman by my side, he'd say that about his sister. I would bring my sister more in. Anybody want to go see my sister? The best sister in the whole world. Marisa. Also known as Auntie Ma. Is she the best one? Vice President of People, Culture, and Learning, California Rural Legal Assistance. University. She went to Ole Miss, and her name is Ma, so she was Ole Miss Ma. She has 320 connections, including my older brother, Mikey, and she knows Selena Copeland, Legal Aid Association of somewhere, California Rural Legal Assistance Inc. And she, of course, just does well wherever she is because she rules. So Ole Miss Ma, isn't she the best one? She's the best sister ever. I couldn't do any my whole career without Marisa Christensen by my side, because now she's got another different last name. This totally blows Murray Fife's idea out of the water. Maybe his mother. That's very good. Go away. Can't click on my stuff. Oh, and Mark Zur has the best. Mark Zur has the best possible thing. I actually have to show this to you. He discovered the Taco Bell Marathon, or whatever it's called. It's the Taco Bell 50K. It's the best ever. So this is an endurance marathon, by the way. He just sent this today. 8th edition of the Inner. So this has happened 7 times in your life, and you are not aware of the Taco Bell Ultra Marathon. Okay? It has been described as urban legend, but it's real. It's Saturday, October 4th. The Taco Bell Ultra Marathon starts at 7:30 a.m. Mountain Time. Do not be confused by the timeline. Wherever you're flying in from all coasts, including the Middle Coast, if you are late, then you have to eat even more Taco Bell, and you'll be late to the finish line. Don't worry, nobody finishes. If one of the requirements is that you have to go to at least eat a menu item from at least 9 of the 10 Taco Bell stops. Why not all 10? So there's a Diablo challenge. Lather all items with Diablo sauce and do a Diablo shooter at the end. The Baja Blast challenge. Drink an aggregate of 2 liters of Baja Blast during the run without vomiting. Disgusting. It was the most disgusting challenge he ever endured. So now I have to ask the real question. Mark Zur, are you going to do this? Are you going to subject yourself to this challenge? Oh my gosh. By the 8th stop, all entrants must have consumed at least 1 Burrito Supreme or 1 Nachos Bel Grande. Dietary restrictions will be allowed within reason. Oh my gosh. Hi, Kate Coffee Bacon. The chat is blowing up. We have participants. Murray Fife thinks maybe that Stephanie Salpietro is his mother. It's the very best. Kate Coffee Bacon says, hey, Miss, I just call her KCB. You know what I'm saying? ICB. So we might, if we can. So our people are gonna, my people are gonna talk to her people. It's really just me, plus Matey. Matey's my people are going to talk to her people, and we're going to get on her podcast. She has a podcast. I don't know which one it is. It's something having to do with, I think it's just coffee talk, right? I think if I'm remembering that right. But anyway, Sal Pietro is the ATM CEO. I'm going to reply and say, at Sal, your endearing post about your spousey made the international news. But now there are many conspiracy theories, mainly advanced by one at Murray Fife. Murrah. You ever heard of Murrah? Old Murrah Fife? That, what is her name again? Stephanie? That Stephanie. Sal Pietro. Nobody knows. Is your sister, daughter, or mother? I think it's only fair to the people. Coffee Talk with Java Joe. Yes. Oh, CB, what's going on, Miss CB? This is Woodchuck to Gray Squirrel. I think I'm Gray Squirrel. That makes. I think Murray Fife can be Woodchuck. KCB, yeah, you know me. So Mark says not this year, but 2026, maybe the taco marathon is going to happen. I'll round up Bobby Small. It's in his part of the world. Oh my gosh, he's tapped in. We're onto something with this. Like the chat is blowing up. If you don't say that, nobody's going to look. You have to say that see, right now I'm writing a conspiracy because that the internet sleuths have dug up because that's what you do. I think it's only fair to the people that we know the truth. I capitalized truth. Kudos to Stephanie. BTW. For ATM CEOdom. See, CEOdom could actually also be CEO domination. Some random LinkedIn user just said ka-chunk. Ka-chunk, was that a bus that just rolled over me when you threw me under there? Yes, I did. Hey, Murray Fife, words have consequences. Oh my gosh. We're going to see what Sal thinks about this and Sal's entire audience. How many people does follow Sal? Probably like 100,000. See, we're really going to get this Patreon going for Murray. Sal is actually the ATM Universal Processors, Nova Southeastern University, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Knows a ton of people that I know in the Miami, Fort Lauderdale area. I might be getting that right. Stephanie, co-founder at ATM Universal Processors, still not a resolved mystery. Oh my gosh. You know. I think we've recovered enough ground here. Everybody's going to be dropping off because it's the top of the hour. We have read so much news. We're going to close up. We got to do a close up for the people, the folks at home. Go to Summit North America, summitna.com. If you follow any of the Microsoft things, go to summitna.com. Hey, macadamia. I don't know any of the words, or else I would have rattled them off. At some point, they say bailar macadamia. I could balance mud water on my head, my balancing act. Go to summitna.com where you will find me, Murray Fife, Kate Coffee Bacon, Mark Zur. Who else? Alper. Alper is a junkie for these meetings. It's like he's like a conference groupie. He hangs out too long in the session halls. You know what I'm saying? Smoking cigarettes. He lurks in the corners, you know, like one leg, you know, his back to the wall, one leg propped up. You know, like it's like he's a private eye in the 1960s San Francisco. It was a late night. It was raining that evening. He's long drawn the cigarette, you know, Alper. And he's asking too many questions of the presenters afterwards, like where'd you get all your ideas? Oh my gosh. So if you go there, Summit North America, it's in Orlando, Florida, October 18, 19. It starts so early. I think they have like a pre-week to this conference. They might as well just call it the conference. So no, I'm joking about that. I didn't mean to fire a warning shot across the conference's bow. Mainly because all of life is a ship, and I'm a ship, and then other things are a ship. Anyway, so go to Summit North America. You will find the Report Factory there. This has just been a long ad for Report Factory. I do corporate reporting. I am Joe Christensen, a mild-mannered reporter. I read the news. Then I promise to give you all my opinions. I heart all of you. What the heck? Oh, I think I just got some good fishing. Oh, this is great. I just got fished. Somebody used a different email and sent me a phishing email saying they're matey. And they're like, and all atrocious grammar saying, would you replace my ACH? Like it's wrong. Can you go replace it? Just click this link. I'm not falling for that again. Anyway, Summit North America, I will be presenting there in booth something. Matey will tell you the booth number. And I will be presenting as a partner presentation, and I'm going to do a live news right from the floor of Dynamics Summit and or rather Microsoft Summit. And it's BizApps Emporium. Never before can you learn more acronyms and jargon than if you go there. You could talk about AI agent orchestration. You really just shoot the moon. Listen here, people, you got to go or else. It has been a wild ride. Thank you for joining. I think I have smoking cigars this afternoon at a fine establishment around Las Colinas. Come on out and hang out at the ranch in Las Colinas and smoke cigars with me. 1638 is our booth. 1638. I don't know if that number is ever going to have any meaning for you, but if you can hold that as temporary meaning in your life, that's where I am. 1638, right next to all the tacos that were used for the Taco Bell 50K challenge. Thank you all for joining. I hope you have a lovely weekend. The first weekend of October is here, and we have kicked it off. Everybody go run, exercise, have fun. Thanks for joining. A good day, and I bid you adieu, and I say again, adieu. Good day. Goodbye. Good down tempo. Here it comes. I'm gonna bring back my overlay. Look at this. Frederick Sertra, cosmonaut, space astronaut. This is Joel Leidy's picture of us. was AI sketchy, unless somebody did it by hand, in which case, oh my gosh. This is Murray in his future city, all powered by solar, wind, plants, palm trees. His navigational something compass. This thing says, "Thank you for watching." And crinkly, crinkly newspaper, goodbye. Have a good weekend. See ya.